Hey guys, it's Brittany and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another What Sold Wednesday where I show you everything that sold the past week on eBay. Well, I pick about 15 items to show you that is great sales, some sales that maybe didn't work out. I tell you a few stories about each item if I have them. Of course, I always have a lesson for you guys to learn through us because we make mistakes all the time. We're only human. So I like to share those mistakes with you. I don't want to ever act like all is perfect because it's not the way that it works. We all make mistakes. Actually, the first mistake is on this Lucky Brand shirt, but let's start from the top. First, we have this Fila hoodie. You can see by the background, it is our old white wood grain background, so it is pretty old. This thing ended up selling for $19.99. The buyer did pay $5.50 to ship, so after product cost and eBay fees and shipping and all of that good stuff, we still made about $14 off of that zip-up jacket, which I think is pretty good, especially because we sat on it forever. Next, we have this Coach purse. I actually got this from a client, absolutely free. It did have the dust bag as well. It was really strange that day. We were getting so many offers on all of our purses, but this is the only one that ended up selling. It sold for $35.75. The buyer did pay $7.25 to ship. Like I said, we got this completely free from one of my clients, so we made about $31 on that purse. All right, so now we have the Lucky Brand top that I told you about. This is a really pretty top. It ended up selling 35% off for $10.37, which I was fine with. This is also having the wood grain background, which indicates that it is fairly old. So that's why we're okay with letting it go cheap. Now, this is where the problem comes in. So the back of it, let me see if I can show you guys. Okay, yes. So you see those buttons there? There's like, gosh, what a horrible picture. But there's buttons on there, and when I was packing it up yesterday, there was like a random string like on one of these buttons, and I went ahead and pulled the string like you would, you know, like just to get an extra string off, and the whole dang button fell off, guys, like no joke, and I had to get it out. I was on my way to work, so I went ahead and packed it up, printed the label, and shipped it to the buyer. Now, I was talking to Rick. We got this shirt for free from a client as well. So I messaged the client. I told him the situation. I told her that I put the button in the poly bag with the shirt and that I would go into PayPal and refund her $10.37, but I would just charge her for the actual shipping. So we actually did not make any money off of this shirt at all, but sometimes you have to do that. That was my mistake. It was an honest mistake. I have one more of those coming up in this video. And you know, you just kind of have to take it on by the head and, you know, make it right with your buyer. And like I said, since we didn't have any money invested into this, it worked out. Sometimes this happens, not this specific thing, but you have to take a loss on a product that you did pay money for. And that's when it really starts to get to you. Next, we have these LA Gear. They were Black Panther sneakers. We actually bought these for $10 from Gabriel Brothers, and we were there last week, and they had a bunch more, but they're marked on clearance at $17. So I thought that that was kind of strange, but at any rate, we just paid $10 for them. The buyer did pay $34.12 and $7.25 to ship. So after you minus the $10 that we paid for them and all of the eBay fees, we still made about $21 off of those sneakers. Next is this Apple Mac Mini. This was actually Rick's. We ended up selling it for $162.50. Rick listed this on his own, and I forgot to remind him about the 35% off sale. So this actually sold overnight. We listed it, I think it was, let me see, Monday, and it sold by Tuesday. So this definitely went fast, and it's because we let it go so cheap, but he has no use for it anymore. It was kind of just sitting there, and we also threw in a Magic Mouse as well. So there's really no profits to be made here, only because we did buy this with our own money. But still, I mean, if you have anything sitting around your house that you're not using, get rid of it. It's so worth just getting rid of it. This Burberry shirt, some of you guys may recognize from our Goodwill haul a few weeks ago. It ended up selling for $25.99. The buyer paid $6.70 to ship. We paid about $3 for it, making our total profits about $19 for that shirt. And it was an older Burberry shirt. It had the S on the inside of the tag. I just didn't want to sit on it anymore, so we let it go. We sold these Croc flip-flops. I just hauled these for you guys last week. The buyer did pay $19.99 and $5.50 to ship. We made about $14 off of those Crocs. Next are these Tommy Bahama swim trunks, which I had in that same haul. I will put it up in the iCard. It was a pretty long haul. We got a lot of great things. These ended up selling for $50.70, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy with this sale and the fast turnaround. It was perfect. The buyer did pay $4.80 to ship. So all in all, we made about $42 off of those swim trunks in less than a week. These Sperry sold. They are the women's moccasins, the Sperry topsider. I really love these shoes. They only sold for $16.24, but we still made a good profit on them. The buyer did pay $7.25 to ship, making our total profit about $11. Next is this Decree skirt and crop top. I swore that this was going to sell so fast, and it didn't. I had it listed on our Poshmark and our eBay for months. I thought it would go. It also was the winter time, so maybe that had something to do with it. But it did end up selling for $19.49, and the buyer paid $5.15 to ship, making our total profits about $14. All right, here's our next lesson here, folks. These are Big Star women's jeans. We just listed these last night. So these sold overnight, and I'll tell you why. We started this at a 99-cent auction. Now, what we've been learning with the auctions when we have a big ticket item like these Big Star jeans, these are very popular, is that we like to set a reserve. So Rick actually listed these, and he put it 99-cent auction, and he put $30 what he thought was the reserve area. So then we noticed that he put the $30 reserve actually in the buy it now, and when we went in to fix it, it sold that fast. Buy it now, $30. So it was a little bit of a mistake, but we still made $30. It's not like we accidentally put $3 and they sold for $3. This is great. We're totally fine with this. So the buyer did pay $30 for the item and $7.25 to ship. Like I said, overnight. I mean, they're really nice jeans. I literally just got done packing them up, and they're so nice. And it's hard to let them go for $30. I know for a fact we could have at least gotten $40, $45 for them. But again, I'm not letting it eat me up. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I let it really eat me alive. And, you know, you can't do that. This kind of stuff happens. I mean, we're all human. It just happens. We still ended up making about $24 off of these jeans, which, hey, I'm not complaining about that. Next, we have these 9 West kid shoes. A coworker gave these to me last summer. They were new in the box. We let them go super cheap, even though they should go for like $80 or $50 to $70. But been sitting on these forever. You can tell by the picture. These are like OG in the beginning of selling pictures. Like, they're so old. I don't do pictures like this at all anymore, like in the box like that. Yeah, these are horrible. We had to let these go. They are little girls, so it's not too bad, but they sold for $16.24. The buyer did pay $7.25 to ship. As I said, we got these completely free, making our total profits about $13.50. Next, we finally sold our last pair of the Columbia New with Tags PFG pants. 3 out of the 4 sold to the same buyer. They did end up selling for $32.49, and it was free shipping. We had these marked really high, as they are $75 in the stores like Dick's and different sporting goods stores. But you know, as you learn on eBay, you have to let things go a little bit lower. So after the shipping and all of that, we still made about $22 off of them, and I can't, you know, complain about that too much. Oh no, that's not true. About $18, that's right. So, I mean, you know, it's fine. And since one person bought 3 pairs, we'll let them have the final pair. Why not? Next, we have these bobs. These are the emoji bobs. They sold for $25.34. The buyer did pay $6.70 to ship. We got these for $8 from Gabe's, which I thought was pretty cool. I thought that these were going to sell for more, but once we started sitting on them for a while, I threw them into the 35% off sale, and then they sold almost instantly. We still have one pair of these, so our total profits on these were about $14, which I'm okay with. And the last and final sale I'm going to share with you guys today are these Under Armour women's active shorts. They sold for $12.34. The buyer did pay $3.75 to ship. So all in all, we made about $8.50 off of those shorts, which I don't think's bad. I think it's pretty decent. So guys, those are 15 of the sales from the past 7 days that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope that I gave you some insights on some of our mistakes, some of what's selling, some of what we like to pay. You know, it's really tough, guys. Mistakes happen, but you cannot beat yourself up. And I am so happy to share those, mistakes with you guys, because I feel like that's how I learn, is by watching other people in their videos. So if I could help even 1 or 2 people, I am glad to do so. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.